SMT Nation, we back. Nation, big news out of T-Mobile. The news actually broke while we were live streaming last night, and I had to quickly kind of add it into the show, but there wasn't much details. This actual original story from Bloomberg is behind a paywall. We don't have details, so I just had to do some homework. I had to do some research on, the pieces and the parts of this, and I think I have more information for you, which gives me what I think is a better insight into what this means for T-Mobile and what it's going to be for them in the future. Okay, so T-Mobile in talks to make big broadband bet with move into fiber. The company that they're going to be partnering with or working with is Tilman Fiber Company, in conjunction with Tilman Holdings Company. All right, and I'm going to explain what that angle means and what all this will mean for T-Mobile. So first of all, I want to say that with respect to the 5G network, this would be a huge benefit for T-Mobile. Just the fact that they would have the option to kind of be in play for fiber to the premise allows them to kind of maybe take their fiber to the next level. Remember, they've got that deal with Pilot in New York City. They've got a couple of markets in Colorado where they have a partnership to sell or lease fiber access as well. So this might be kind of the next phase of that. And the reason why I say it might be is because, again, we don't have the details. I'm looking at all the things that could be happening here. And until we get more details from T-Mobile at an earnings conference or some kind of like one of those investor conferences, we don't have all the disclosures. But I did some research on this Tilman company. All right, and that's where I think we can start to draw what might be happening here. So Tilman Holdings Company, as a corporation, is a fiber investment company. Now, the Tilman Networking Company is a subsidiary of that company, and they build fiber networks. Some of the things that I could tell you for sure is that this company, Tilman Fiber, they operate, own, manage thousands of cell towers, and they build out fiber infrastructure from scratch. This is not a company that owns legacy wireline like cable, coaxial, or copper. All right, so this is a relatively new company that was founded, I think, just within the last few years. And even more detail about some recent developing news from Tilman, they were able to raise $500 million to build an open access fiber network over the course of the next several years within 5 different states. So getting a $200 million investment from a capital partnership, getting an additional $300 million of their own dollars, allows them to continue to build this open platform fiber network, which is going to be wholesaled, probably leased, and can be accessed by different businesses. To me, that sounds like T-Mobile's in play. And, whether it's XGS-PON or whatever the technologies might be, I'm hearing, it's quite possible. We're looking at, fiber circuits in the range of 25 to 50 gig, which is high capacity. Obviously, fiber to tower sites, fiber to premise, all in play here. Targeting areas that are densely populated suburban and urban edge areas. And being an open access model allows, Tilman to do business with companies like T-Mobile. And this is if this sounds familiar, folks, this is just like what we see with the joint venture between BlackRock and AT&T. Folks, this is exactly what we thought T-Mobile was going to do. I think we have indication that, if they're following the same blueprint, as what AT&T is doing with that joint venture with BlackRock with Gigapower, you can expect to see markets announced here and there in which, T-Mobile is going to sell their brand over this fiber to the premise and then see how it can benefit them with respect to tower sites. This may be a difference maker for T-Mobile with respect to their small cell build. They may have needed this in order to do the small cells. They may have needed this to do additional macro builds with higher capacity grade circuits. Maybe this means more mmWave in the future. fiber to the premise customer growth, maybe go beyond kind of the beta stages of selling fiber to the premise. But I think it kind of shows us, T-Mobile's looking at these new revenue streams. They know that eventually the mobile game, mobile wireless services are going to kind of be a mature thing for them. They may end up not being able to squeeze any more, out of those lemons, and they're going to have to expand their business. And I think this is the next step for them. They're going to have free cash flow that they're going to be focusing on corporate investments, share buybacks, dividends. So they're doing things like big players. They're looking and sounding a lot more like AT&T every day, right? Especially when I see things like this. So as of today, as of right now, based on the research on who Tilman Fiber Company is and who T-Mobile has become, I think these are the things that could be in play for T-Mobile. Again, this news broke last night, middle of the live stream. I didn't have any information. I didn't have any details. I had to do a little bit of digging and some research on these companies, what they do, and what their business model is. So I think we have some info now, and this puts us in a more informed situation compared to last night's live stream. And if you appreciate what the SMT does here on the channel, and you guys want to show your appreciation for all the hard work and dedication that we have, within the catalog and portfolio here on the channel, you could support us. The links are in the description for that. We appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed this video and getting this information to understand it a little bit better. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe for more, and we'll see you all in the next video. Peace.